everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we will finally be reviewing all of the Beatles albums. And this is going to be like the Led Zeppelin one, not the AC/DC one, because every single album would either be an A or S tier for the Beatles. So, just like Led Zeppelin, so we're gonna do from counting up to, number one. And let me just get this straight off the bat, right? This tier list is not, what I would say, like, which one is the best, right? Like, this is what, like, usually this is for, like, the best or whatever. But this tier list, for me personally, is what albums I would, like, listen to. Like my favorite to listen to, or, like, songs that I put on the most. Not like the best, like because it wouldn't be a competition which one is the best. It'd be Abbey Road, and then Sergeant Pepper's Revolver, a Rubber Soul, that kind of thing. So it's not gonna be the best. It's gonna be the ones that I think that I enjoy the most. Personally. So this is all opinionated. This isn't like this is better than that. Whatever. It's just what I like to listen to more, and you'll see like why I'm saying this when I like show you my number one, because it is my number one. Well, let's not talk about that one yet, since we'll talk about it when I get to it. I'm 100% positive you cannot guess which one it is, but yeah. And also, we will be reviewing the American albums later in the video, and those will not be in the the number. Those will be like the normal tier list, because some of those suck. Like not all of them are good, so they can be in like C and D tier, like B, C, D tier. So yeah. But anyways, let's get started with this. We got some Beatles lo-fi in the background. So it's not just gonna be dead space in the background when I like pause. So yeah. So let's get on with it. Okay. So number 10. As also, by the way, you can see that it's 12 here, 10 slots, because there will be some ties. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay. Number 10. Number 9 and number 10 are really like interchangeable for me. I feel like it really depends on my mood which ones, but these are like the obvious ones. But I think my number 10 right now, as you can see by the mouse, I think it's with the Beatles, is my number 10 choice. Just, I like the album. I really, really like the album. It's classic Beatlemania, just like. But that's the thing, it's kind of like a rinse and repeat of Please Please Me. Like, of course, different songs, amazing originals on here, like, so good. Really great album cover, I think the best of the early Beatles album covers, because it's just so iconic. But I don't know, like I said, it just feels like a rinse and repeat of Please Please Me in like its like style of doing things. So that's why I think I put it at number 10 and Please Please Me at number 9. Because they're both amazing albums, but just like compared to all of these, even, Beatles for Sale, they're very early 60s. Like, the Beatles made so revolutionary. You can't even explain how important the Beatles are to like all of, you know, what do you call it, to music history. And these just don't fit, you know, the Beatles. you know, thing of innovating. They're very like of their time, you know. There wasn't anything like new on these albums. So that's why I put them down here. And all of these have new things. So that's why I put this up there. And then number 8. This one is... Okay, I think number 8 is Beatles for Sale. Like, I like Beatles for Sale. You know, like, people who hate on Beatles for Sale just, like, I don't even know. Like, it's... Yes, it's like, you know, it was a rushed album or whatever, but, like, it has so many good songs on it. Like, I'm a Loser, No Reply, Don't Want to Spoil the Party, I'll Follow the Sun. Like, just great, great songs. And they're just... I don't feel they're, you know, as good as, you know, all the other albums on this tier list. So that's why I put it at number 8. Because, you know, like I said, great album, great singles in this era too. I Feel Fine, She's a Woman, great, great, great album. Great, great, great single, I mean. Yes, I actually have an original 60s copy of this, which is really cool. So, yeah. A 60s copy of the single, I mean, I don't have an original 60s copy of Beatles for Sale. I do have the American version of Beatles for Sale, which I will talk about later in the video when I rank the American albums, but yeah. I think this is a turning point in the Beatles. They really, you know, started changing stuff in their music, but it regressed back a little bit because we'll talk about a Hard Day's Night later, but all these songs were made by, like, written by them. This reverts back to the, what do you call it? The 8 originals, 6 covers of Please Please Man with the Beatles, so that's why it's a little lower on the list, because it did move forward, but it also kind of regressed, so I don't really listen to it that much compared to these. And then number 7. Let's move on to number 7. I think this is going to be our first tie, I feel. Wait, Ugh. Okay, I'm rethinking my choices right now. Okay, let's put this up here. Okay, yeah, so this is not gonna be the first time. This is gonna be the first time. Hard Day's Night. Amazing, amazing album, like I said earlier. All the songs written by Lennon and McCartney. So, you know, the only album to ever be released with only Lennon and McCartney on it. Because all these others have, like, albums or other songs on them are other covers on them, but written by different people, or have songs by George Harrison or Ringo in the case of these two. But yeah, but this album is great. It's like from start to finish, it's just amazing. Amazing 60s, early 60s rock. Like rock and roll at its finest, I feel. It's so good. It's so, like, I was listening to it earlier today, in fact. Like I was listening to Shoulda Known Better and If I Fell. You know, great album overall, and including in the movie. The movie's really funny. The movie with this is really funny, so it's just such a fun watch and such an amazing soundtrack. It's just start to finish amazing in every way. And now number 6. Number 6 is going to be the tie. The tie is Let It Be and Magical Mystery Tour. Now listen, with these two, for me, they both have amazing songs on them, but they also have low points, I feel. Like, for this, well, this has low points. This is just kind of like, everything is good on it, but, it's kind of just like, if for me, I don't really listen to it that much. But a low point on this, pretty obvious, Long and Winding Road. But it's not a bad song. Like, people hate, like, my parents hate it, but, like, I think it's a fine song. Would I put it on? No, absolutely not. But do I skip it when I'm listening to the album? No. So that's why it's there. And like I said, Magical Mystery Tour, like going back to it, every single song in here is great. Like, start to finish is great, but like, I don't really. Like, I feel. Here's another thing with this, like, each album has a different, like, time of day, I feel. Like, Magical Mystery, been like. Okay, maybe it's just Magical Mystery Tour that I feel this way about. But Magical Mystery Tour is a very, like, morning, dawn type album. Like, excusing the opening title track, just, like, listening to it in, like, the morning. Like, that's what I did, like, last year. I was, like, at this getaway thing, and, like, I was up at, like, 7 in the morning. The sun wasn't fully out, so, like, it was dawn, the sun was coming up, but, like, it was still dark. And then I listened to, like, what is it, Fool on the Hill to I Am the Walrus, like, practically every day I was there, because it was just, like, so fitting for the morning, I feel. Like, it's just so good. But, like, that's the thing, like, I don't really listen to it besides the morning. Well, besides that time, because, like I said, it just feels like a morning album, like it has a morning vibe to it. And so I don't really feel that, like, listening to it later in the day, Like, I don't know, that's just how I feel. Okay, now moving on, we have Rubber Soul. Rubber Soul. Okay, Rubber Soul. What an album. Such a good album, dude. Like, from Drive My Car to If I Needed Someone, I don't know about Run For Your Life, but if I needed, but this entire album, great. And this is actually, the song from this in my life was in my graduating slideshow, you could call it. So that was, and it's suggested by me, just saying. But yeah. I don't even know what else to say about this. It's so good. Like, let me just go through some. Like, Norwegian Wood is such a vibe, dude. I love Norwegian Wood so much, dude. Like, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's so good. It's just like, and like, it creates such a vibe, Like, it's such a, calming vibe, and it's really funny because it's about John Lennon cheating on his wife, but it's like such a, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's really, really good. And then Nowhere Man, holy shit, Nowhere Man. I don't even. Nowhere Man is just so good. It's like takes you to another place. Like, those 3-part harmonies on that only rival than the Beatles catalog by because. But like those, and I think this song is better than because of like the. I think it's better than because whatever. That's a funny thing to say. But I think it's better than because uh, it has a like I listen to this more than I do because like listen to so like that's why I think it's kind of better than because. But like those two are like the Beatle harmony songs I feel in like the catalog. So yeah. And then what else is there? Like I said, going to In My Life. In My Life, man, that's I don't really care for it much for a while, and then it just sort of clicked. Not that I, lost someone, because I'm very lucky in the fact that most of my family that I grew up with is still alive today. So it's not like oh, this is like I lost someone because John Lennon who wrote it, it was like he lost his mother, his dad was banned, his dad abandoned him. It's probably all based on that kind of stuff, which I never felt, but like it still clicked to me, it just like finally clicked after a couple like a couple albums take a while to click for me. Like maybe later, like I said, maybe that I'm hinting towards doing Arcade Fire since I've listened to all their albums. Their album Funeral took a while for it to click. It took me like 4 listens before I was like, oh shit, this is good. I'm not gonna spoil too much if I decide to do that. But yeah, that's kind of was it like for In My Life. It just sort of clicked, and then I was like, holy shit, it's great. And also Ringo on this album, his first, not his first, never mind, but his first writing credit. His first writing credit on what do you call it? What Goes On, and What Goes On is an amazing song. I like it. Sure, it was only some parts of it were written by him. Most of it was written by Paul, I think it was. But still, like, great opening to writing, and you'll eventually see where he goes later. And it's just a great, great album. And I didn't mention. Let's go more deep into it since I mentioned John a lot. Uh, For George, If I Needed Someone, an amazing song by him, one of his best from the Beatles catalog, I feel. It's just so, I don't know, I love listening to that a lot. And Paul with the opening track, Drive My Car, great, great, great opening track. Kind of forgetting the track list on this, but amazing album. So that's why I paused for Paul, but yeah, amazing album. Number 4. There goes the amazing Sgt. Pepper's. Sgt. Pepper's even need to be talked about. Like, does it even need to be discussed? Like, because it's Sgt. Pepper's, man. Like, there's not much you could really say about it. But the reason why it's low, I feel, is because not really the same thing as Magical Mystery Tour. It's more of like I need to listen to this album all the way through. Like for all these albums, like I could like pick and choose like songs like if I want to listen to, but I need to be in the mood for for Sgt. Pepper's. I need to listen to the entire thing all the way through. I can't just like listen to Fixing a Hole or Within You Without You. I need to like listen to the entire album, get the feel of it to like really enjoy it. So that's why it's at number 4 for me. And number 3 comes our second tie. Our second and last tie. It is between the White Album. Wait, hold on. It's between the White Album and Abbey Road. Whoops. No. The White Album would be higher. Be up here. Tied with the number 2 spot. If it wasn't for fuck ass Revolution 9. I hate Revolution 9. so much. I hate it. I hate it with all my heart. Uh, Even when I'm listening to this album on vinyl, I lift up the needle and skip fucking Revolution 9. That's how much I do not like this song. It's just like, I don't, can't even. But everything else about this album, amazing. Every other song, even Honey Pie, even Wild Honey Pie, even Continuing Story of Bungalow Bill, all those songs are just fit in so much with this album. This album is, I like to call this the pair album, like a PAIR, like, because each song has its pair that's like the exact opposite. You know what I mean? Like like the rocking opening track USSR, back in the USSR comes in, and then after that Dear Prudence, calming, like meditative kind of, like that kind of thing. And then, you know, and then what else? Other pairs. Uh, um, Birthday and, really upbeat, dance kind of thing to like celebrate it. And then goes into Your Blues, which is like the most depressing shit ever of John Lennon saying he wants to die, you know, like that kind of thing. And then later, what is it? Helter Skelter, the heaviest song of like 1968. And then Long, Long, Long afterwards, like that entire thing, like, like the rock is to like a super calm thing. And then going back to Revolution 9 is still a part of a pair. Revolution 9, avant-garde, the most avant-garde thing, you know, the Beatles ever did, It's just like going into that, thing. And then like the most complex thing, like a mashing of just like different sounds and recordings, followed by the very traditional Good Night, which, by the way, I think is a perfect ending to this album, because it feels like you're being ushered out of like a performance, which what this was a performance, I feel, this album. And like Ringo was like ushering you out to like, to a string section of a very and like I said, very classic uh way to be doing it. So that's why I feel like this is an album of pairs, And Abbey Road, like I said, there's not much to say else about Abbey Road. Like the medley, oh my god, the medley. Like, I'm sorry, Let It Be, this was the Beatles' final album. Like, I love Let It Be, but Abbey Road is the Beatles' final album. Like, the medley is the Beatles' final effort. Hurrah. And that is the end of the Beatles. This end of the Beatles. And it ends at the end, by the way. Like, what do you call it? What's it called? Her Majesty? No, it ends with the end. But yeah, and everything else come together. Something. Even Maxwell's... Okay, let's talk about Maxwell Silverhammer for a second. Like, pausing on Maxwell Silverhammer. Maxwell Silverhammer is a vibe. And if you think otherwise, fuck you. Fuck you. It's a vibe. Am I gonna, like, put it on when I'm, like, like, just, like, hanging around? No, but, like, if it's on, you vibe to it, so that's why I'm gonna defend Maxwell Silverhammer. But then moving on to Paul's better song off the first side. And if... Oh Darling is just so good. I can't even talk about it. And then Octopus's Garden. Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about Ringo on here. But Ringo, great, great. I like this song. People say it's a kid song, but fuck them. Fuck you. Uh, also, by the way, I don't actually mean fuck you. Like, it's just a joke. But, yeah, but great, great album. Great. And then I Want You, She's So Heavy. You know, I find it really funny how this is in between Octopus's Garden and Here Comes the Sun. Like, it's so good. I love that song. That's my favorite song of the non-medley. It's just so good. And the only words are the title. That's those are the only words that say it, and it's 8 minutes. And you think it'd get repetitive, but the switch ups just make it so much. Well, actually, no, there's more than just the title, but you know what I mean. That's basically just the only lyrics. But you think it would get annoying because it only says like one section over and over again, but it just keeps getting crazier and crazier. And the last 3 minutes, where it's nothing but the jam of the guitars, just continuing to rock, like, and then the Moog sympathize. Was it Moog or Moog? Moog. I think it's Moog. Moog synths coming in with that white noise and like getting louder and louder till the cutoff at the end. I don't even know how to. I don't even know, man. Now, okay, so that's it. And before we move on to one number 2, let's just talk about Yellow Submarine for a second, because as you can see, it's not here. Yellow Submarine. Those 4 original songs on it prove how amazing the Beatles are. If those 4 songs were you know, what is it? Outtakes. Those are outtakes from other albums, because they've said that they weren't good enough for the other albums. I don't understand that. Like, how would those... Well, I can understand altogether now. But, the other 3, like, what's it? Only Northern Song. Hey Bulldog. Hey Bulldog is so good, by the way. Hey Bulldog. And this is my favorite Beatles song of all time. It's All Too Much. Like, how was that not included on the White Album? Like, how? That album was so... I mean, that song is so good. I love it so much. It's just... Man, I don't even fucking know. It's just so good. I don't even know how those were outtakes. But yeah, I just wanted to mention it since it's not on here. Understandably so, there's only 4 originals on it, but whatever. Here we are, number 2. Number 2. Yeah, so I'll talk about the number 1 in a second. But, Revolver, let's get into Revolver. So, Revolver. What is there to say about it? It's so... I don't even know, man. It's just so good. I can't say much about it because it's so good. Like, every single song. So good. Like, there's only one hiccup in the album, and it isn't really a bad song. It's Good Day Sunshine. It just feels kind of strange with its placement in between She Said, and Andy Bird Can Sing. Like, two, like, very... I don't even know how to explain it, but they're very like similar to each other. Those two songs in like what they're trying to get at, kind of. That's yeah, they're trying to like getting at the same thing, kind of, and then just kind of Good Day Sunshine. You know, I love you, Paul, just coming in with that like I don't fucking like I don't know. It just kind of takes me out for like that split second, but that's it. That's the only hiccup. Everything else, amazing. Every single person does their best. So so good. Like I don't every and my favorite song keeps jumping around on this like every single time. Like first, it was you know Yellow Submarine, which is basically every single young kid's favorite song is. But it's not a kid's song. It's not a kid's song. Fuck people who say it's just a kid's song. It's just a kiddie song. I like it still. I can still listen to it because it's a banger. Maybe it's nostalgia. I don't know. But but then it moved on to like Dr. Robert for a bit, which I'm not very proud of since Dr. Robert is 100% not the best song on the album. But then it moved to Love You Too. Love You Too must have been mind blowing in the 60s, where like you got like a hint of it in Rubber Soul, like with Norwegian Wood, but like just pure sitar and like basically nothing else. Like that must have been mind blowing because they probably like never heard it before, really, besides Rubber Soul. Like no one had probably ever heard something like that ever before Revolver, and that's I don't know, it's crazy. But yeah, now now this ooh that was a bad voice crack. Ooh, okay. Now listen, Help is 100% not their best album. 100%. In every way possible, it is not their best album. It is my favorite. It just is. I love it so much. Like, so good. The movie is great. The songs are great. It's just so good. So good. I don't even know how to talk about this because also I kind of like related to a couple songs. Like I'm not saying like I've got my heart broken. I'm so young but still got my heart broken. So it's gonna be by my child. No, I feel more like with like Help. Like I don't know. Some of the love songs I kind of relate to low key, but yeah. It's not their best, 100%. I'm not saying it's their best at all. This is their best. It's like not even a competition. Which one is their best? 1 second, something good. Dragging. There we go. This is the best. Not even a competition. But this is my favorite. It's. I don't even know how to talk about it. It's just so good. Anyways, that's it. This is my final Beatles ranking of the British releases. And now, so if that's all you wanted to see, you could click off now. Thank you for sticking around for 35 minutes. But yeah. Goodbye. Well, not goodbye for now. Goodbye for those who are leaving, who just wanted to see this. But now, those who are staying, you guys get to see. So let's Beatles American. My bad. American tier list. Okay, let's. Okay. Alright, now listen, I have the majority of these. I have more, since I live in America. I have more of the American albums than I do, what do you call it? Than I do of the British. I only have Help of the British versions that were just released in the, when, like, some, like, like the later stuff from, uh, what's it called? From Sergeant Pepper's. Sorry, I just was blanking for a second. From Sergeant Pepper's onward, like, it was all the same, except for this, which I didn't talk about, but I may talk about. But was onward from the same. So of course I have all. I actually don't have Every Road, which is really funny. I don't have Every Road, but yeah, I have this album, 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 this album. So I'm only missing. Also, Beatles Story. I won't be doing that because that's just like audio recordings of them. So ignore that. But yeah, let's start out. Meet the Beatles. Meet the Beatles. Meet the Beatles, I think, is a solid B. Also, by the way, I'm comparing them to like B, A, like that kind of stuff to their British counterparts. And this one was a kind of a mix of these two, and I think it did a B tier job of recreating that. So, not really much. Should have started with I Saw Her Standing There. Like, I know, like, I Wanna Hold Your Hand was the big hit, but, like, I Saw Her Standing There is an amazing opener because, like, that's the entire point why they did that 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's supposed to be an album opener, not a second track, but, whatever. So that's why. If it was that, if it was first, I would have put it an A, but it's not, so it's a B. Also, by the way, I will also be doing a Beatles singles tier list. I will be doing a Beatles singles tier list. Or is it a song tier list? Maybe, I don't know. But I will be doing a singles tier list or song tier list. I don't know yet. Like, the song tier list would be really long, so I might just do the single tier list. But yeah, so that's why a ton of songs are going to be included. But yeah. Great album, B tier, I think. So this, I won't be recording this since I'm doing Capitol. I'm going to be doing Capitol Records. This wasn't Capitol, so I'm not going to be including this. This is VJ. So I'm not going to be including these two. So it's just going to be these. Alright, so let's move on. What is it? Beatles' second album. I think this is an A tier album. I think it's very, very good. I'm trying to think about it. It's very. I think it's better than Meet the Beatles because just like the track listing of it. Yeah, I think it's just a better album than Meet the Beatles. And apparently they released another thing before this, but I don't know. I don't think it's included here, so who the fuck cares? Alright, let's move on. Let's just do early Beatles. Early Beatles, I think is a solid C. It's fine. It's just the leftovers from these two. So yeah, it's whatever. It's the ones from these two that weren't included in this and this. So it's just kind of there, it's whatever. Hard Day's Night is an S tier. I really like the instrumental versions of the songs that are included in here, of the actual like song listings, and also This Boy, which was not included on any album, I don't think. Well, not in the UK, it wasn't. I don't know if it was on like maybe this or something, but yeah, it's It's great. It's great. And it's the better of what they do with the soundtrack album. We'll get to this. We'll get to this. And something new, I think, is another C tier. Because this is the one exception. This isn't made by Capitol. But, it's still, you know. It's the only thing that included these songs. This aren't even songs. These songs are included on, like, these. So that's why I'm not including this. But, yeah, this is, like, the one thing that... The good soundtrack album. Talk about this in a bit. I do not share the same feelings about this. Yeah. And then Beatles 65. And Beatles 65 is a B. Because, I have this record, and it's basically just, what is it? Yeah, Beatles for Sale with, Please Please Me, but not with, Jesus Christ, with, I Feel Fine, so, yeah. So it's kind of better, but it's excluding some songs that I like, so it's gonna be there. Beatles 6, I think is another B. You know, it's good. I think there's a lot of singles on here. But, you know, it's, and covers, but it's, you know, it's whatever. I like it. It's alright. You know, not really one I put on that much, but, you know, whatever. They completely destroyed Help. Like, it's bad. Like, completely destroyed Help. Like, the what do you call it? The instrumentals suck. Besides that, like, Indian style version of Hard Day's Night, which is I like. But everything else is just like, this isn't the fucking Beatles. Like this, George Martin, you know, like their producer, like arranged the instrumentals on this. He did not for this, and it shows. It's just like random ass things, and it's like, that's not the Beatles. I fucking bought a Beatles album. I want to listen to the Beatles, not random ass instrumentals from the movie, you know. But yeah. Rubber Soul, I think it's good. I like this. I don't think it's as new material, but this, like, they tried to make it into a folk album and it works, you know. So I like it. I think it's an amazing album, you know. But yeah, I think they did good with the material and putting some stuff from here onto here. But yeah, I think it's alright. Yeah, hopefully you can hear. Now, Yesterday and Today, A tier, that takes scraps from British Rubber Soul, British Help, and British Revolver, and smashes them all into one album. It's great. I think it's a great album, you know. Great album. And it was a good leftover album, as you could say. Revolver, that's a D. They did ruin Revolver. Like, they removed I'm Only Sleeping, Dr. Robert and Your Bird, and Your Bird Can Sing. Well, I don't even know how you, like, ruin it that much. Like, that's wild, how much they destroyed Revolver. And you wonder why they fucking, you know. After this, they decided to, keep it the same. Capitol decided to, boot the guy who was in charge of making all these, and then they decided to just release the British versions. And then, so thank God. But, yeah. No, not good. And then Magical Mystery Tour. This is an S tier because the official version of today, the official version of Magical Mystery Tour, is the American version. In Britain, it was released as a double EP. And then if you don't know, EP it's a 7-inch record with 4 songs instead of 2. So instead of a single, it has 2 more songs. And they just kind of doubled it up, you know? So they doubled it up on this, and then they gave that to Beatles fans. But in America, EPs weren't a big thing, so they decided to put the singles that came out that year on the B-side, on the side, not the B-side, side 2 of the record of the songs for the Magical Mystery Tour movie, and make it into a full album so they could sell it as an album, and get more money out of it. But yeah, so that's why it's an S tier, because this is now the official version that is given when you look up the Beatles Magical Mystery Tour. It's not the double EP, it's the American album. Finally, Hey Jude. I think it's a B. It's alright, It has all the extras that weren't included in albums in the US. So there's amazing songs on it, and then there's some you're whatever, So yeah, it's a B tier. And that is it. That is it. We are done with both the British and the American albums. That is it. This is my final ranking of the Beatles albums. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you stuck around for the American albums, which not many people care about, but I find it fun since I have a ton of them on record. And then next will either be Arcade Fire, David Lee Roth Van Halen, the original David Lee Roth Van Halen, and or the Beatles singles. Probably those are probably gonna be the next videos for the channel, and I'll get to them whenever. I also might do a reaction. I saw some videos of kids reacting to the Beatles, and they often include the stupidest takes of it because that gets views and interactions or whatever. So I think that'd be fun to watch. There's also one for Led Zeppelin, so I might do that. The kids react thing, I might react to those because those might be cool to just hang up. But yeah, that is it. That's the future plans for the channel. So whenever I get to them, I'll get to them. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and peace.